Northwestern University has cradle-to-grave responsibility for hazardous waste. This means that radiation workers are responsible for proper management of radioactive waste, from its generation in the lab to its proper disposal. In addition, Illinois regulations require that waste containing hazardous, biological, pathogenic, or infectious material be treated to minimize the potential hazard to personnel and the environment. This video will cover radionuclides used in labs, waste streams, waste containers available, waste minimization strategies, waste segregation, and waste pickup. Radionuclides commonly used in academic research include C14, H3 or tritium, I-125, P32, and S35. Other radionuclides that may be found in labs at Northwestern include naturally occurring radioactive material, such as uranium and thorium compounds. There are 5 different waste types, or streams, that may be generated by radioactive materials users. Dry waste includes gloves, pipette tips, empty defaced stock vials, and bench paper. Absorbed liquid may also be put into the dry waste container. Aqueous or liquid waste includes liquid and water-soluble materials in quantities and forms that do not result in phase separation or precipitates. Vials that contain liquid scintillation cocktail. Mixed waste is a combination of radioactive material and at least one other hazardous component. Avoid the generation of mixed waste with careful planning. If the generation of mixed waste is unavoidable, talk to ORS Health Physics Services about your options before beginning work. Sharps, such as needles, slides, broken glass, and other sharp objects. Remember, pigs should not be placed in any of these waste streams. Radioactive materials users should be familiar with waste containers suitable for the type and volume of waste generated in their lab. Consider the following factors. How often is waste generated? What volume of waste is generated? Where will waste containers be kept in the lab? What waste streams will be generated? Knowing this information will help you determine the type and number of waste containers to have in the lab. ORS provides a variety of standard radioactive waste containers at no charge. Available containers include dry waste containers. These fiberboard containers are available in 10-gallon and 22-gallon sizes. Aqueous waste containers. These plastic containers are available in 1-gallon and 5-gallon sizes. ORS will provide a funnel for use with your aqueous waste container. Similar to liquid chemical waste, all liquid radioactive waste must be kept closed, sealed, and in secondary containment. Other smaller waste containers may be appropriate for your needs. Contact ORS HPS if you need an alternative size waste container. Waste containers must be properly stored and have a label identifying the contents. Waste minimization is any action that decreases the amount of hazardous waste generated or reduces the inherent toxicity of the waste. Northwestern places a high priority on waste minimization and must annually report its efforts to reduce radioactive waste to the Illinois Emergency Management Agency, Division of Nuclear Safety. Only radioactive waste should be placed in radioactive waste containers. Radioactive waste containing potentially infectious material must be disinfected prior to placing in radioactive waste containers. For example, bleach may be added to liquid waste to inhibit biological growth. Physical hazards such as sharps must be collected in appropriate containers. Needles and other physical hazards must never be placed loose into radioactive waste containers. When possible, avoid experimental protocols that generate mixed chemical and radioactive waste. Carcinogens, reproductive toxins, and other highly toxic materials must be treated to reduce their hazards to the maximum extent possible. Contact ORS for approved treatment procedures for chemical hazards. For more information on waste minimization, see the Hazardous Waste Disposal Guide, or Purple Guide. Waste must be segregated into the appropriate waste stream. If you are using more than one radionuclide, mixing them in waste containers is not allowed without ORS HPS permission. Dry waste and aqueous waste may not be mixed. Vials containing liquid scintillation cocktail should be disposed in a 5-gallon plastic bucket. Mixed waste may be dry or aqueous and should be disposed in the corresponding waste container following waste minimization efforts. To have your radioactive waste picked up by ORS, complete a hazardous waste pickup request in NSYS. Complete the electronic form with the appropriate information, including waste location, lab and location in the room, waste type, activity, container size, and any additional required information specific to waste type. Note that pigs are not included in the hazardous waste pickup request in NSYS. Put pigs with your waste container, and ORS will take these at the time of your waste pickup. When you have added all your waste to be picked up, click Submit to ORS. Your waste must be properly prepared, or it will not be picked up. Ensure that all radioactive waste containers are closed with the lid securely in place and a completed waste label on the side of the container. Proper handling and disposal of radioactive waste is an essential element of research utilizing radioactive materials. For more information on radioactive waste disposal and minimization, consult these resources.